In the first class, it's an English 3 class. It's mostly students who are over age, meaning they have been held back 1 or more years at various grade levels. I have 2 limited English proficiency students in the class. And it's been very encouraging to see them, like in the lesson. They're the ones that I'm really taking the training wheels off, considering they're juniors and some are seniors. We did an independent reading note activity where they had to read as text, and then I combined just of what I found useful of the reciprocal teaching, and also the I saw, I thought, and combined that into one single page sheet that they can use as they read. And I used it a few weeks ago, got some feedback, did some reformatting based on the feedback from my students, and they have found it very useful in their in monitoring their own reading, finding out what their own questions are and making predictions, and even the commonplace things that a lot of expert readers take for granted, like stopping to use a dictionary to look up a word you don't know. To some students, that doesn't register. And so it's got tools built into it to make that a step in the process. And in my 5th period, it's a pure reciprocal teaching lesson, chapter 4 from Night, which they've had a lot of success with in that class.
You're checking the health of the people, you're trying to see what they're going to be in the concentration camp. And whether or not they weak enough for you to die soon to get there.
Oh, so they split them up by health.
If you kidnap somebody who's already ill, who's gonna die anyway, you gonna throw him in here, and you ain't gonna feed him or nothing. You gonna be like, hey, he's gonna die anyway.
Yeah, where we are right now, they've already been through evaluations or whatever. They're in the concentration camp now, so why is there still need for them to see a doctor? That's what I don't understand.
To keep,
if he's already in the group,
keep status on their health. They want help. They want to. They gonna send you to the other concentration, the bad one. They gonna kill you.
They were very, very engaged, both classes, but especially in the small groups, discussing the book. Yeah, it was exciting to see. I'm curious if you feel perhaps that, because you do in English as well as in social studies have the content, you have the standard course of study to teach. Do you feel like in any way that you don't have time to do this kind of teaching? Do you think it slows you down?
Slows you down. That's what everyone uses as an excuse whenever they're taught anything new. I can't do it because it's going to slow me down. What I learned and what I took away from my discussions with the staff at the central office that has helped us out so much is that if you front load all of your information about reading apprenticeship or layered curriculum or whatever you're going to do, if you train them how to do it the first couple of weeks, then that saves you having to teach it again, and you can just get into it. And it gives the students more ownership over what they're learning because they're doing it, as opposed to, okay, here's the information, King John did this, okay, here's your worksheet, yes, it says King John did that, so you need to fill it out from the word sentence on that page there. It changes that whole dynamic of me just teaching, and I'm not necessarily sure you're learning, to, okay, because summarizing, clarifying, predicting, all of these are part of the strategies that I'm using. Since you have to do that, you have to show me that you understand.